Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise, luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Welcome to the American Dream, selling the Bay Area. Today we are in Oakland's beautiful Montclair Village to check out this wonderful restaurant, Perle. It's a divine spot for a date night or weekend brunch with a beautifully curated menu and wine bar. Let's check it out. Welcome. I'm Cara Cavanaugh of Cavanaugh Real Estate, powered by Compass. Today we're going to be sitting down with Garcia and Helen, Chandra, the dynamic duo behind this neighborhood gem, Perle, and we're going to be talking about all things good food and fine wine. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
And one of the things that Perle is known for is their casual caviar course. Helen, would you tell us more about it?
Would love to. We have 𝗦𝗂𝗢𝗆 Caviar. This is just a little treat to go with our truffle potato chips. We have some brioche toast to the side, some gougères stuffed with creme fraiche, some chives. You can, create this little mingling of flavors however you'd like.
And tell us about the beef tartare and bone marrow.
Our chef has put together this dynamic duo as well. Roasted bone marrow, some pickled veggies, some herbs. The idea of all of this is layering up all the flavors. So join us for Sunday brunch starting in April. We'll be featuring live music, whether that's a live band outside or an in-house DJ. Come join us, we got eggs, everything. All right, it looks like Chef Rob and Marcus has dinner ready. Shall we take a seat?
Oh, I'd love it, let's go.
All right.
Well, Marcus, thank you for having us here at Perle today. Tell me more about the start of the restaurant.
Ever since I was a kid, I thought it'd be kind of cool to have my own restaurant or jazz club or something like that, because food, wine, and music have always been a part of my life. I met my partner, Rob Lam, and that relationship was rekindled. We actually met each other and worked together briefly in the 90s. When I was looking at places, because I've always lived in the East Bay, I thought, well, Montclair's cute, and I knew that Rob and Helen at the time were living in Montclair. I popped the question, and he didn't say no, and we've been partners ever since.
He said yes.
He said yes. He said yes. Rob said yes to me. I don't get many yeses in my life, but he said yes to me that day. The food and wine is where it starts for us, and this is what you get when you come to Perle.
Well, thank you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining me at Perle, Montclair Village's local favorite. Next up, we'll be going up to 39 Marywood Circle to check out a beautiful home in the Montclair Hills and understand what Montclair real estate is all about. Here we are at 39 Marywood Circle, the quintessential Hillside Montclair home, minutes away from our local favorite, Perle. Let's go inside and check it out. One of the things that makes living in the Oakland Hills special is all of these wonderful hillside lots. One of the things that makes this particular cottage so great is its vintage appeal, its hillside appeal. It's very private. You don't really see your neighbors. You have tons of space to terrace and garden. Many of these homes were built in the 20s and 30s after the 1906 earthquake. They're built out of old growth redwood like this one is, and they just have a lot of character that withstands the test of time. If you're buying into Montclair, you're buying into a community that will love you and help you and be there with you. All the things that you would love about living in a community, you're going to get in Montclair and the Oakland Hills. Thank you for joining me on American Dream TV. And remember, if you're buying or selling in the East Bay, please call me, Cara Cavanaugh, Cara Cavanaugh Real Estate, powered by Compass. Make it a great day.
Did you know that one of the busiest golf courses in Northern California is actually located right here in the city of San Mateo? Poplar Creek Golf Course was built in 1933 as a way to help unemployed laborers during the Depression. And Poplar Creek gets its name from the poplar trees and the creek that run through the course. Today, Poplar Creek averages 75,000 rounds of golf a year, making it one of the busiest golf courses in all of Northern California. And here's the best part. Poplar Creek is actually a public golf course, meaning you don't have to be a neighbor, you don't have to know anyone that's a member. You can actually come and golf on your own and eat at the restaurant here. So now that we've worked up an appetite, let's head over to the 19th hole and check out Par 3 Restaurant. Come on. Well, Alicia, thank you for inviting me to Par 3. I absolutely love this restaurant.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. You know, we've had a long time relationship. We've been together through downtown San Mateo, and to come out here, it's 5 minutes, but it feels like it's a departure from downtown for sure. When we got to Par 3, it had been the clubhouse for this golf course for about 15 years at that point. And this restaurant came to us with a base of regulars that loved this golf course, that loved this place. And so we really feel like we were able to embrace what was already here, which were the people, and just kind of take it up a notch, which means that we just brought our food from 3rd Avenue and created an environment that spoke to the golfers as well as our guests that had been coming to us for years. But the true thing, I believe, that is what has drawn people to leave that hustle and bustle on the east side or the west side of the freeway is this is like an escape. And it is only 5 minutes from downtown Burlingame. And so when people come, they feel that. They feel how special this view is, all of the open space we have, and they can actually breathe out here and take a pause and get that little bit of extra fun energy that's already here all day long.
Right. So tell me about the future for Par 3.
A couple years ago, we brought live music in on Saturday nights and tested that out, and people really enjoyed it. And this year, about a year ago, I started Friday Night Vibes, which is a much larger music scale, so it's anywhere from a 5 to 10-piece band. It's every Friday night, it's in the restaurant, and we have an area for dancing, and we are packed on Friday nights. And you know, we have our restaurant, and then we also have our private dining or our banquet space, which is usually filled with people having fun. So I think that it's just an opportunity for people to take a breath, have some fun, and if, like I said, if we can continue to grow that, that would be a beautiful future. When it comes to the style of cooking that I do, what I love to do is to layer flavors through different cooking methods. The second one is to do twists on classics. And then the third is to pull in sort of ethnic flavors from our diverse Bay Area. Well, we're gonna start out with what we call here now, which is the fuego, but we decided to, again, give a nod to our very strong Hispanic staff, and we decided that fuego was the word for it. We love it, it's fun, it's exciting, it gets the room all, in a buzz with the heat. And then we're gonna go into our pear salad, which is, we talked about our seasonal pear salad, and after that, our braised pork belly, which is that layering of flavors that I talked about, which is super yummy. And then we're gonna do our empanadas. And the empanadas are a dish that we did when we did Hispanic Heritage Month, and I asked my staff to all come up with something from their region, from their village, and 3 of my guys came together and they made these empanadas that are probably one of our best sellers since they've been on the menu, so they never came off.
Right.
And then we're gonna have a traditional par 3 burger, because again, every menu has to have something that's super safe for people that they could just pick up and go with. And we'll finish with our infamous Cinnabon bread pudding.
I'm Chris Eckert, and this is The American Dream, uncovering the extraordinary stories that make cities come alive. Stay tuned for more unfolding dreams in every episode.
Welcome to The American Dream, mid-century modern style. I'm your host, Chandra, and on this glorious rainy day, I'm in the Fairglen neighborhood of Willow Glen in San Jose. This is such a cool neighborhood because it is full of Eichlers. Joseph Eichler was a post-war American who built 11,000 homes in 9 communities here in Northern California and 3 communities down in Southern California. Now, Joseph got his inspiration when he rented a Frank Lloyd Wright home up the peninsula in Hillsborough. And his concept for these homes was to bring the outdoors in. And on this rainy day, I'm going to show you exactly that. I can't wait to show you the inside of 3 atrium-style Eichlers today. I'm also going to introduce you to an amazing woman who owns her own landscape design company. Let's go take a look at these homes, and I'd love to introduce you to 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗃𝗃. I am so excited to introduce you to 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗃𝗃. She owns a landscaping company called Mscape Design. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in your home and showcase this gorgeous Eichler, and then also for allowing me to see your art that you've created in the backyard. It is amazing, your front yard. I have been through the neighborhood and have seen your designs, and really, you are a true artist. Where do you pull your inspiration from, and what made you get started?
Well, first of all, I purchased my Eichler in 2004, and we did a lot of remodeling. When it was for the outside, I could not find the right inspiration from the designers, so I designed with my husband to do something like this. So this right here is what inspired me to go back to school, and then neighbors start just knocking on my doors, asking me if they could be my guinea pigs, and I was like, sure. And since then, it's just one after another, and now 17 years later, I just love what I do. Getting inspired is through people. I love to interview them, see what they like, what they would love to see outside, and just create their little vacations places as well.
So your backyard is absolutely gorgeous. When neighbors come over, do they say anything about it?
Actually, yes. And when they found out that I'm going back to school and I just took the first class, one of the neighbors say, hey, can I come over and can I be your guinea pig? And after that, it just started rolling. People start having parties. And every time someone was invited, they asked, who did your backyard? And people was like, it's, 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗃𝗃. And since then, it's just been nonstop 17 years of creating. And I love that.
I love that. You are such a beautiful artist, and I am inspired. I want to go back and go back to school and do something like this. This is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you. As my good friend Jeff would say, owning an Eichler is like being a part of a classic car club. They're pretty amazing homes, and even some of them, if they're in their original condition, are considered collector's items. So thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, keep living your American dream.
Welcome to The American Dream. I'm your host, Tomasz Trenda, and we're here in the city of Berkeley, California. It's a beautiful day in January. Yes, it's the middle of winter, and I'm going to show you today how this fantastic weather we have here in the Bay Area allows us to grow gorgeous gardens year-round. We'll be visiting a public garden in Berkeley and also a private garden in the Claremont neighborhood that showcase an incredible array of tropical and succulent plants. The UC Berkeley Botanical Garden is over 34 acres and is the third largest botanical garden in the United States in numbers of species and with an incredibly diverse landscape containing over 10,000 kinds of plants, including many rare and endangered species. The garden's plant collections include species from around the world with an emphasis on plants from Mediterranean climates, well suited to the Bay Area. Our first stop today is at the University of California Botanical Gardens. Here we can see the broad diversity of plants that thrive here in the Bay Area. Well, that was a fun tour of one of Berkeley's best outdoor public gardens. Now let's go check out a private garden here in the Claremont Hills. Now we're at my friend and client's home in the Claremont Hills of Berkeley, and he has built a magical garden on his lot over the last 25 years. You're gonna love it. Let's go check it out. We're now here with master gardener and landscaper Ignacio Medina. And Ignacio, can you tell me a little bit about your history with this garden?
Well, I've been working in this garden for the last 20 years. And little by little, you know how we start from down up. I started working for different companies. I learned a little bit from here, a little bit from there. And then I went to the college and I took some classes. That's how I became a good gardener.
Well, can you show us around a little bit?
Absolutely. Let's walk around the garden.
I noticed some incredible masonry work that you've done. Can you tell me a little bit about how you built this wall?
I used to work with my father in 45 miles north from Mexico City, and where the Pyramid of the Moon and the Suns are. And my father is a farmer, so we used to build big retaining walls for growing corn and beans. And then once that I came here to the USA, I brought the talent, and you can tell. All what we use for building these walls is a 10-pound hammer and a chisel. We have here Yucca rostrata, comes from North Mexico and Texas. And to the left side, we have in here the
wow, look at that.
Tartare. It comes from south of Mexico. And as you see in here, we have the lipstick chiveria. We have golden barrels, dry plant. This is a dry planting area.
So now we're in a tropical area of this garden, just a few feet from where all the succulents were. Is that unique? Have you seen gardens like this anywhere else?
Not really. I will say only in the Bay Area you can grow everything. As you see up there, we have bromeliads from Hawaii, we have ferns from Hawaii, we have bamboo. As you can see in here, this one is the Alstroemeria from cutting flowers that the shops sell everywhere. In this area over here, we have the Ionian cultivar, and we have the Grevillea, we have the Bird of Paradise. It's amazing, everything that can grow in here.
It really is amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome, my pleasure.
And right next door to that beautiful magical garden are 2 lots that I currently have listed for sale. They have beautiful views of the bay and are ready to build. Perhaps this could be your foundation to build your American dream and your magical garden. I'm 𝗦𝘂𝗀𝗃𝗓𝗏 with Golden Gate Sotheby's International Realty. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next episode.
Welcome, I'm Michael Gordon.
And I'm Trisha Motter with E3 Realty.
We're here in Cupertino, California to feature a spotlight on this amazing city and our favorite coffee spot, which happens to be a local Silicon Valley treasure.
Also home to Apple. Not this Apple, but major tech giant Apple, as well as being home to gorgeous residential neighborhoods that climb the foothills of the Santa Cruz Mountains.
Which makes the ideal backdrop for living, working, and playing that makes Cupertino, California so special.
We're very fortunate to have Billy, our division leader of the Main Street Cupertino Phil's Coffee Shop, with us today. Billy, thank you so much for inviting us and
Thanks, Trisha.
learning more about just what makes Phil so special. So can you share a little bit about what makes Phil special and so unique and why people love it?
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, and that's part of it, is everybody coming here and being a part of this community. What makes Phil special for me and for a lot of the people that come here is the community that we bring together. We're all about bringing people together, and we hire individuals to come in here. We don't tell them to put aprons on or anything like that. We let them be their individual selves so that they can make real connections with people from all around the world. When they walk in here, it feels like you're walking into grandma's house, as Phil would say.
Exactly, I love it.
And you just feel welcome. You feel like you're at home. What also makes us special is our coffee. Our coffee is amazing. We were working with blends that Phil created himself. The Tesoro blend, our feature coffee. Phil spent 7 years creating that one coffee, and he would sit there and he would be in his little shop, and you go out on the streets and have people try it and give feedback and everything.
Wow.
And that's what makes Phil special. But really, it's about bringing people together, and everybody's welcome at Phil's.
Oh my God. This is absolutely extraordinary. Like the flavor profiles that you guys put together is unlike anything else in Silicon Valley. Like there's not anything like Phil's. So how do you guys do this? And tell me a little bit more about the flavor profiles.
Flavor profiles come from marrying each bean together. Just like we talked about, we bring people together in the community. Phil did that with each bean. So we specialize in blends. We don't have single origins. You're gonna find different beans from all around the world come together. We have dark roasts that really talk to like bold flavors. We have those light roasts that really just are, fruity and bright in your mouth. And then we have the nice smooth medium roasts that just take you home, and a nice starting place for people that are getting into our coffees. We usually start them off in the medium roast and stuff like that. All of our special techniques we put into each coffee one by one. It takes a little bit longer sometimes, but it really comes out in the coffee.
No doubt, you can literally taste the love in every cup, and that definitely is what makes Phil's so special.
So, Billy, I've been really curious about what makes this Cupertino location so special with Phil's in Cupertino. Like, just tell me a little bit about what it's like here, what makes it different.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cupertino never really had a downtown. We had a city hall, we had this area, that area, we had the mall, but really, Cupertino's been looking for a downtown and a feature area in this community for quite a long time. And this big space used to just be a field. I went to high school across the street so many years ago.
Nice.
They turned this into the Main Street of Cupertino. So it's kind of become the focal point, the community point of Cupertino. And so Main Street has come together, and when they announced that they're gonna do this, we said we wanna be right smack dab in the middle of that. And we landed this beautiful location, open air, we have open walls, we have a beautiful green back area. You see dogs, you see kids playing, and we bring families together, it brings people together. But yeah, it's a great place for people to come and meet. I've watched kids grow up here. I have some people on my team that went to high school across the street, now they work here. It's a beautiful thing, it's all about family, it's all about community, it's all about friends and connection. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Billy.
Totally,
Appreciate
Trisha.
it.
Thank you for
Awesome.
being here.
Well, be sure to come by and visit Billy and the amazing crew here at Phil's Coffee in Cupertino. You will not regret it, and especially with one of their recent seasonal blends of gratitude, you're gonna thank yourself for having a cup of that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for joining us here in Silicon Valley. It's been an honor being your host, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Continue to live the American dream.
Bay Area is a wonderful place to live. The lifestyle, the culture, the diversity, job opportunities, the weather. This place has so much to offer. Hello, I'm Sunana Arora, and I'm your host for American Dream, Selling Silicon Valley. Today we are taking a stroll through downtown San Jose. When talking about lifestyle and culture, there is no better place to be. Did you know that the town was first settled in 1777? In 1850, San Jose incorporated and became California's first city and the location for state's first capital. Today, downtown San Jose is one of the major tech clusters of Silicon Valley. It is also home to city's landmarks, such as the San Jose State University, the Martin Luther King Library, the Tech Interactive, and Children's Discovery Museum. There is food, art, theater, nightlife. There is so much vibrancy. And while we think of San Jose as one of the wealthiest and most vibrant cities in the world, it comes with its own challenges. The cost of living is very high, and that impacts our local communities. And therefore, it is my privilege to interview two women leaders. These women are so rooted in supporting our local communities. Come on, let's have a talk. Hello, Colette, Beth. Welcome to the show. So you're part of the Giving Circle. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So we're part of the San Jose Women for Good Giving Circle. And it's where we come together every quarter and we pool our donations and we support local causes that are local to the communities that they're serving.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how do you get all the members involved in making the contributions?
Well, what we do is we do run ads, word of mouth, and what they do is a lot of people, they donate on a recurring basis, so it's taken out, and our new members hear about us through either ads or members that are already there.
Got it. And how many members do you have currently?
I'd say we're about maybe 125.
Okay.
Now, not everybody's active, not everybody donates, but they support us in one way or the other.
Awesome, awesome. And then talk us a little bit about the nonprofits that you pick. How do you pick them? Like, is there a criteria around it?
We like to choose nonprofits that are underrepresented, that are usually harder to fund and get funding. So we have a commitment to really small grassroots organizations that, what we like to say, are proximate to their neighborhoods or their community. So we're looking for Black, Latino, different Asian communities, and sometimes they're not even nonprofits. Sometimes they're fiscally sponsored because we feel like our small grants will make a big difference.
Right, right. That's amazing. And tell us, I mean, is there a nonprofit that you could share that you have supported?
As a matter of fact, there is. One that comes to mind is My Roots Are Rich. And what's funny is they're actually being displayed here today in the library for Black History Month. Yes.
Yeah.
It is a nonprofit. They aim to, it's a young girl. She's 20 years old, and she wrote a book called My Roots Are Rich. Her nonprofit is My Roots Are Rich, and she aims to uplift, empower, and educate people about the African American community.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much. You wanted to say something?
I was just going to say how inspiring our grantees are.
Yeah.
Many, and that was really inspiring.
I'm sure. And thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you here today. I hope the Giving Circle keeps growing, and I really, really appreciate what you do.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Sure. All right, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.
Like, subscribe, and comment to help my channel grow and to enjoy our YouTube stories. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please remember, helping people move is our groove.